Hello, love. Welcome home to Eden, where we can solve the problem of headaches immediately by simply identifying the 5 major causes that bring on a headache right away and the 5 major things you can do to absolutely have control of that situation. So let's start with number 1, water. We know that water is full of oxygen and water is life. And when you drink water, you heal so many levels of your being. And when you don't drink water, these headaches will appear, especially when you're dehydrated. I talked to a blood specialist this month who told me that when she looks under the microscope at the blood of most people, our cells are supposed to be pretty far apart from each other, moving and dancing and flowing, sort of bouncing off one another because they have space to move. But when she looks under the microscope, she sees that our cells are jammed together on top of each other, caked together. That is because of dehydration. So you can imagine how many other problems are also going on when you don't drink enough water. So take your body weight, cut it in half, and that's how many ounces you need to drink of water a day. Number 2, cause of headaches. Sugar. The moment you have sugar, you will often notice, you have a soda pop or some sweet cake thing, you were feeling great and it's supposed to be a treat, and right afterwards you feel miserable and sick. This whole sugar thing goes right to your head. That's the easiest one to identify because it's so immediate. So what do you do when you want a treat, when you want a snack? Well, there's things with honey and maple syrup. They don't do that thing of instantly overwhelming your system and turning into a headache. So you can still have fruits and all kinds of fruit sweeteners and things that will be easier on your body. Number 3, cause of headaches. Immobility. So people are sitting at computers now, they're sitting for long periods of time, driving, and what happens is when the top of your spine is jammed in this one position and the bottom of your spine is not walking, the fluidity of the pump between the low spine and the top of the spine creates a circuit jam. And it after a while, see, the fluids in your brain need to pump, right? They're always moving, and the connection between the sacrum and the top of your neck is really quite dramatic in terms of they're both the beginning and ending of the spinal energy that needs to be flowing in a circuit all day long, a circuit up through you, moving like a snake a little bit. So that's why people are getting these physio balls that they sit on when they are doing long hours at the computer, because you can rock a little bit on your sacrum, and even just doing that movement a little bit along the day, stretching your head. But let's talk about what are we on? 4, I think, was exercise, okay? Real exercise, when all the endorphins and all the systems of your body are energized and flowing. Walking, it doesn't have to be that dramatic. You can just dance in your kitchen, you can do a little yoga, you can take a walk, and you don't have to think of it as, I'm pumping iron, I'm getting exercise, I'm taking classes. It's just loving your body enough to remember you're an organic being. You've got to have movement, and without exercise, everything becomes stagnant and the headaches begin. Now the very last, number 5, the most important of all of these things that create headaches is bad thoughts. And you might be like, oh, come on, Eve, that's just a spiritual thing, that's not physical. But it is immediately the most important thing, especially if you're thinking bad thoughts about something positive, okay? Something like you've met a wonderful person and you start thinking, oh, it's just not going to work out. You'll get a headache. Really, track this, because it's quite immediate. It means that this wonderful thing in your life needs you to shower it, or them, this person, with positive beliefs, affirmations, thoughts, hopes, dreams, okay? Like, I knew of a woman whose daughter was she was allergic to peanut butter, and it was really, really scary because her daughter could die from that. So all day long she had these fears that her daughter might die that day, and who was going to keep her safe, and she was a bad mom if she didn't. Her thoughts went out of hand. She was constantly worried about her daughter's life, right? But a daughter needs her mother to constantly protect her with a beam of light, with rainbow protection of a giant, orb of love. That's what mothers do all day. We pray for our children, right? So when you're not praying and you're worrying, you get a splitting headache. And that's the key. That'll always teach you, okay, bad thought, wrong thought. Anytime you get a headache, notice what you were just thinking and undo the thought. Okay, those are the 5 major things. So drink your water, move your body enough, fluidity, get real exercise, stay away from sugar, and start thinking positive thoughts all along the way. Okay, darling, love life, love life.